Dr. Nell, please. How do I introduce Anna? Can you introduce? In the meantime, I'm going to do this. The time is no more with us. I'm going to do this. I'm going to request the Deputy President to introduce our guest from UEM, who is going to present to us issues of finance. She's come and explain and call Sis Anna.
Okay. You know, when you put on the spot, you must think before you open your mouth. Mama Anna Mzinga is from Tanzania. We had the honor to spend the time with her in Tanzania. Don't even see where she is, that's why am I introducing a person who's here. Sis Anna, are you in the room? Oh, okay. So Sis Anna with UEM, she is the advisor for all the financial issues in the finance committee. She's our advisor. She's a guru when it comes to how you even put monies into your pocket, you put monies into the bank, how you save and how you invest. So there's wealth in her. And I think I would like to say, if we want to really to do things right, this shouldn't be the first and last time that we see her in our Synod, General Synod. And if we are sure to follow what Malikota said in fundraising for our regions, you take it upon your regions to use her expertise in the finances. So we present to you Umama Anna Mzinga. I clap hands. Thank you.
Amen. I greet all in the name of Jesus. I want to acknowledge the leadership of this forum, the GS moderator, Professor Modisi. I apologize if I misspell your name. GS Reverend Beta, GS CMCM Chairperson, Reverend Molawa, Madam President, the executives, members of GSC and WM, Executive Committee, Regional Synod, Executive Committee members, delegates, observers, distinguished guests and visitors, good afternoon. Greetings in the name of Jesus. Amen. Allow me to bring you the greetings from Tanzania. I am serving as a pastor wife in the cathedral in Dar es Salaam. So whenever you step in Dar es Salaam, the first church you see, that is where we are now, and you can ask for Anna. But I'm leading the forum for pastor's wife in Dar es Salaam. We are about 100 members, but we have our financial institution. That is the case study that I'll present to you. They know that I'm here. Last Sunday, we had a Thanksgiving for God giving us 9 years of investment. And that is the kind of experience that I would like to share with you. And they send their greetings to you. my dear husband, and 2 beautiful daughters that God has blessed us with. They are sending their greetings. Thank you very much. Humbled before you. Actually, when I came here yesterday, I was so scared. I looked at this forum and I thought I couldn't fit. But I really thank God who has given me this opportunity to stand before you, and I've prayed that I will not let him down. I want to thank the executives that in Africa, in such, they thought that I'll be able to come here. I'm here to encourage you that it is possible to have the synod that is sustainable financially. I'm here to encourage you and inspire you that the future are for those who invest. I want to encourage you that if you want to see this forum in 100 years to come, you really need to start thinking about investing for future. Future are for those who save and invest. I want to introduce myself briefly, and I'll tell you why. As you can see, I am a she. But God has blessed me in the finance. I'm a certified public accountant. I have a Master of Business Development. I am leading one of the big international NGO called Water Aid. It is also here in South Africa. But in Tanzania, I am the country director. I am the chairperson and founder of Muawa Vikoba. This is Village Community Bank that I will speak about it. I'm sitting in various boards, including the UEM International Board as the financial advisor, and I'm sitting in the Maendeleo Bank, which is one of the biggest church bank in Tanzania for more than 10 years, leading the Committee of Audit and Finance. I am a wife, but I like singing, so I think since yesterday I am in the middle of singing, and I love that. I am a choir singer, I am an entrepreneur. But I was raised by a single mother. At times, she had to leave the small business that she was doing to work as a maid to support my studies. The strength in women, if used, is of big impact. I'm standing here because of one woman, uneducated, and who did not have big investment, but determination to see her daughter prospering. I'm standing here before you because of a woman who took what God has given her to build, to protect, to guide, and change the scenarios. And I'm standing here to inspire you that it's possible to change our scenarios that I have seen in the reports, the one I have seen in the financial records. Those are kind of scenarios that if we decide as women, we can change them. Be inspired that all women are heroes, and it's only the matter of saying, I can. It's not by mistake that I'm here. It's not by mistake that you're here. Changes should start with you reclaiming I can attitude. Then someone wanted to know a bit about the UEM. I'll not dwell much into this, but this is United Evangelical Commission. It's a communion of Protestant churches in Africa, Asia, and Germany, a communion of 39 members. In Africa, we are 15, in Asia, 17, and in Germany, 7 members. It is in all these federations that we have the council from all these places. And me, Anna, look at me. At a time, I was called a daughter of a maid. I am serving as a financial advisor. Be inspired. This is the governance structure that I'm presenting for UEM. You can see that the big decider is the General Assembly, but after General Assembly, it is the council, and I know Vuyo is one of the members into this, and some others. And for 10 years now, I have been working with this council as their financial advisor, and I was blessed that they have added 4 more. So I will be serving for 14 years into this role. But what is our command? Is a mission organization. We are part of God's mission in the world. Together we bear witness to the message that God the Father reconciled himself with all humanity through his Son, Jesus Christ. And our main field of activities around evangelism, diaconia, advocacy, development, and partnership. We work into those 5 areas, working with all humanities as per the call of our Jesus Christ. How do we work together? All UM members have the same rights and obligations. Our decision makers come from all 3 UM regions and are women, men, and young adults. All decisions are taken in the basis of jointly agreed rules and on the jointly approved budget. I want to challenge you by using the word of God from Matthew 25, 14 to 30, the parable of the talents. Into these words of God, you will see that to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, and to each according to his ability. So everyone was given. And he who had received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, Master, you delivered to me 5 talents, but here I have made 5 talents more. Don't forget, everyone was given according to his ability. And he who had the 2 talents came forward, saying, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents. Here I have made 2 talents more. He also, who had received the 1 talent, came forward, saying, Master, I knew you be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid. And I went and hid your talents in the ground. Here you have what is yours. Can we connect to these words? Don't we normally say we who are not in the city should not be called upon equal to those who are in the cities? Who we are not working, why are you comparing to those who are working? We are not educated as you, why are you comparing us? The Bible says, each according to their ability. And the Bible is judging the 2. The one who had 2 did make 2, and we don't see anywhere that the master is complaining. The one who had 5 made 5. We didn't see anywhere where he was telling, wow, you did more, because according to his ability. But then we see that the master is saying, you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and at my coming, I should have received what was on me with interest. Hallelujah. Amen. This is giving the foundation. You know, I have studied finance, you would say in the worldly. But when I came to the Bible, I was amazed that the principles of finance, they are all coming from the Bible. The minimum and the secure level of earning money is through interest. And that is what I saw in your books. But it's not good enough. I'll come back to that. But what do we learn from this parable? I will share with you the case that we have. With 80% of women not working, we have like 5% who are widow, and we have some retirees. But in any group, we are all blessed with talents. I want to see a green card for someone. No, don't go quickly. Wait, I want to see the green card for someone who is not blessed with a talent. Hallelujah. But we are different. We need to agree we cannot all be leaders of women sitting in this. After all, there is only 9 chairs. We can all be in big churches or in a big offices. We can't. We cannot all be those who we admire. We can't, but we are all blessed. It's only when you look around you, it's only when you search within you that you will see you are even blessed than the one you admire. you would see that God has even entrusted more. We are told about the stories that at the end, people would be saying, when did I chase you in my house? And you say, when I came as a beggar, you did not look at me. So, my sisters, dear mothers, we have to be careful because God will ask us, the talent I gave you, to make sure that the generation that is coming after 20 years are strong. There is a foundation for finances for them to be able to operate. Where are they? The UEM, which is named here, has been there for more than 25 years. And there are people who did that, the foundation. That money is invested, and the money that is working across the world is only the interest. The money is still there, solid. Future are for those who save and invest. How each is contributing, that should be as per capacity, but it is very important. You cannot just come with the bare hands and say, Master, you know, I thought that you want to reap where you did not sow. By the way, I don't have any work. I don't have any business. I have nothing. But you are eating and you are wearing. But you are bathing. Your kids are going to school. Yeah? Good to know that for sustainability, the money that you get at first instant is not for eating. It is a seed for investment. And that is something that I want to urge all the leaders. I know everyone who is here, you are a leader where you are coming from. That is why you are here. When I'm calling for leaders, I'm calling for all delegates. The reason that you are here is to make sure that you are taking all the messages. But I want to urge you that you take this together, that the money that you contribute should not be for eating. You have contributed, you take the fees and everything, and you do all your stuff, and all the money go down the drain, and you start afresh. That is not very smart. When you are contributing, when you are putting the fees, there should be a deliberate decision that how much are we making to save? The good place to start is like here. If we want all the money to like accommodate our synod meeting, how much do we need to have in the investment? For us to ensure that every member who is supposed to be coming to the meeting will come. Not because they have not been able to contribute, not because they are not able to pay, but we have invested, and that is up to you, leader, to make sure that everyone who is supposed to be coming is able to come in future. That can only be secured through investment. Having money ready to support you. And that is very important because even the willingness to pay the fees is not as it used to be. You know, we used to give cheerfully. My mom will go and clean the church without asking any money. But today, if you ask young women, let's go to church, they will say, we give offering. Why don't they pay someone to clean? Those are kind of responses that we are getting. So it means if we don't prepare for future, we will not see these kind of things in future. People will not be willing to pay for it. If someone tells me I have to pay for my ticket to attend the council meeting in Germany, I will not go. But there is someone who thought about this probably 100 years ago, that someone from Africa will come to Germany for a council, and I need to invest for that. That is what I want to bring to you. Each one giving according to their capacity. I was impressed by the number that I saw here. I looked at the amount that is in the investment is 446. I looked at the growth. It is amazing. It is 23%. But I looked at the amount and I was like, doesn't represent us. I divided the amount 446. I divided with the number of delegates. I think I was told it's 386. And I saw it is 1,000. I divided that by 10. It is 120. So your church, all of you, and those women that we left home, we have invested per year in this investment 120. That is the number, doesn't lie. I want you to be provoked, and we'll go there. We have to make sure that we build the tree and eat the fruits, and we don't eat the tree, right? If you eat the tree, next year you will have nothing. But if you eat the fruits, it means you will always eat year after year. There is an example. Our church, as I said, it's at the city center. And we used to serve most of the government dignitaries and the diplomats people and whatnot with good offering. And abruptly, the president decided that he's going to move the head of the state to another region. I'm telling you, almost half of the members of our church just went. And you know what? The offering went like, phew. And then the expenditure, they're still there. You can imagine the tension. No one saw that coming. It's only for those who want to live in future will be able to look at that. If people are not able to pay for fees, if people are not, because those are something that we need to tease year after year. What should we do now? What should we do now? From the synod, from the groups, from the churches, and then to this level, to ensure always our investment are bigger than the amount that we have in the current account. Remember, all according to the capacity. Now I want to bring to you the case studies. And this case study is for a small group of women. These are only pastors' wives. I said 80% of them, they are not working. 5% of this group are widower. And it is organized as a village community bank. We started in 16th November in 2013, and we had the intention first of bringing all the pastors' wives together to work together economically through different talents and capacity to enrich one another. You know, whenever there is money, people pay attention. I can tell you I was not here when you were discussing the treasury, but I can hear what is coming aftermath. Everyone pay attention. So if we are able to bring people together and enrich everyone economically, have some idea to help one another, for sure people will be coming. And it is from that gathering that we will be able to pursue other opportunities that can be done by a group. We have a very good number of women who can only be pursued when they are together. Then, from that time to date, it is 9 years. We have in investment 600 million. This is 0.6 billion Tanzanian shillings. But what is inspiring, we have 100 million of revenue, 100 million. Last year alone, we decided let's share part of the profit. And among us, we shared 80 million. This is possible. This is very possible. And we normally contribute a very small amount. And now see, since we started, we were not really able to do big mission, but we were able to actually go in one of the disabled centers that is in Dar es Salaam, and we were able to fund their solar system. We went to the orphanage. On Sunday, we had a Thanksgiving service, and we actually contributed about 3.5 million in this orphanage. We have gone into outside the believers community. We normally say, if you have a neighbor who is not a believer, but who is in need, you have to describe, and we get one member. We normally visit that particular. We don't say anything, we introduce ourselves, and we say, we came to bless you. All members will go there with something, but we will give about 500,000 from our pocket, and we'll give to this family. That is alone something that will make him look for the love of Jesus. But we have been able to renovate the conference center where we have been operating is at the cathedral. fix it with AC and renovate. And this is coming from the income. We are not actually taking any fees, any contribution from a member. We just agree that this amount, we are setting it aside to do these services. Hallelujah. Amen. So you can see how the work of God can be so easy when you have built the capacity or the investment of your group. If we were to tell our members to contribute even half of the amount that we have utilized in these ministries, I'm telling you, we wouldn't done even one of them. So the case that I'm presenting is a kind of economic activities which have brought us together, strengthened our partnership and relationship, and we can do things together. And every member normally contributes only 10,000 shillings. It's like $5 a month. But because of a number, and because that money is actually put in a fund that is generating interest day in, day out, which I have searched in South Africa, we have such funds, mutual funds. It is able now to grow. It has been an economic idea for our group, which we aim at becoming an empowering window for the development of the individual, but also for the ministry. It's aiming at teaching the practice. You know, the members, now they admire the investment, the individual members, by looking at how we have been able to grow. It is aiming also to help us to make economic steps as the body of Christ. We don't want to leave anyone behind. But it is still an idea, a seed. We call it a seed because we know in one day it will be a microfinance. In another day it will be a bank. And then with that, we'll not take any contribution from any woman, be it young, be it older. We want to do anything, we'll set aside money to save us and continue with the investment. I want to show you some of the performances that we have got. We have been awarded a Best Vikoba in the country. We have been awarded a certificate because we invest in the financial market. We don't sell things, we just invest in the financial market. And we don't lose money. We don't hire a lot of people because the banks and the mutual funds, they're actually working for us. For us, it's just to look for money, give it to the mutual fund and relax and wait for money to come in. It has put us together. You can see we are celebrating. These were leaders who went to receive some certificate, and this was given at the national level. We also arranged a very big Thanksgiving for function that was also attended with, you can see the bishop and pastors. This was a very big occasion in Dar es Salaam, and it was all funded by the money that came from the investment. We did not take any contribution from any church or from any member. You can see this was not a small party. It has put us together, but it has been made possible for everyone to attend and everyone look happy because we decided to invest together. We succeeded to instill the saving spirit to members, and we normally meet in the monthly, looking forward at our target. Everyone saving according to their capacity. All these are kind of the meetings, but you can see the growth where we are. This was only in 2022. But the numbers at the last one, you can see where we started, 28 million. Another year, you can see we were able to have 37 million. But as we grow, the behavior and everything change. You can see last year alone, we were able to contribute into this fund 118. And let me tell you, all the money that we contribute there, they belong to the members. But the profit that we get from this, some we share and some we do the work of God. You can see how the member savings are actually growing, but also we normally give them loan. You can also see how the loan is growing. And you normally borrow in this fund the amount that you have invested. You don't borrow the amount that you have not put in. But what are kind of the fundraising strategies This is a case that I shared with you women, colleagues, as an example that through this mode, church can accomplish a lot through planned investment. It is an example of good investment window for the church and for women community to explore. There is government bonds, we have trust funds, we have some small loans that we can give among ourselves with interest that can bring money, which we are actually struggling to go to the bank. But also we can create a fundable project within ourselves, but looking at future, with the intention to grow the economy of the church. From the first of the Bible, we are told about who took care of Jesus. We are told about the role of women in the church. Dear women, we are entrusted with so much to ensure that the news, the good news about Jesus, they don't fade. We are the one who should cry, should pray, but we are the one who should build. We are the one who should defend. And how can we do that without money? I don't know if this example is the same here, but where I come from, normally, in the family, you would find people fighting, those with money and those without money. Normally, you are the older one, but you don't have so much money. Your parents will not listen to you. They will listen to who? The one with money, and they will say, you know, I'm the elder sister. If we listen to you, my sister, and you are not putting anything in the table, how are we going to implement your good ideas? We need good ideas and we need money. And you read in the Bible, it is also talking about the power of money. If we ignore completely about money, we don't want to talk about it, we don't want to do anything about it, we will kill the ministry. We need everything. We need the prayer, we need everything, but we will also need the resources. This hotel here, if we came with the prayers and singing and everything, they were going to chase us outside and probably will be at police now. But with money, we can even decide to go out there and start singing. They will do nothing to us because we have paid for that. I want to challenge the leadership, and I'm hearing that there is a leadership that is coming in, and also in our groups, we have leadership that are coming in. How about creating the endowment fund for this forum? What can we do? Because if I calculated the amount, I wanted to use this so that you don't say, I came with this number in Tanzania. And actually, you have invested 466,000. If I divided this and I got per year, according to your number, is 120. Then divide that 120 with the number of women that you have in your congregation. If you have 100 women, it means all paid only 10. For 10 years. You only contributed 10. 10 rand. Thank you very much. 10 rand. If you are 200, it means, no, if you are 100 is 1 rand. 1 rand. If you are 200 is 0.5 rand. 50 cents. Thank you very much. So it means with our numbers, we can decide. We don't have to put money that will be straining to people. We want to part with money that does not pain us, like 100 rand. And there are people who can give 200, can give 500, but we will put a certain amount of money, one according to your ability. We put 100. If you can give more, that's okay. If you can't put 100, tell us how much you can put. And we will put that amount. For every woman, for 5 years, if I do those numbers and put them there, you will be surprised. It's only when we invest we'll be able to see the future. The endowment fund can be built by all us women. I don't know if there is men's forum. Sometimes you can decide to fund them to do the activities. Women, we can do that. We are blessed with that talent of saving. We have that. Every woman normally save. In my church, I normally tell women, if you are not saving, whether you are working, whether you are not working, you are failing your family. And I normally tell them, don't come to me and tell me, my parents had died in the up country. Can you lend me so that I can go and bury? If you did not save to bury your parents, you want me to save to bury your parents. Is that fair? Is that fair? So we should cultivate that habit of keeping small things will make you run out as a naked person, because you have to explain so much why you cannot go and bury your parent. You will bring all issues with your family. You know, it's me who feed in the family. You know, it's me who are paying fees. My husband is doing nothing. All those so that someone can lend you money. But if you had saved, all this story of yours will be kept inside. Future are for those who can invest. And I think if there's something that we can discuss is about how can we ensure in 10 years to come, we are able to have an investment that can cover at least the cost of hosting us here. That would have been the best thing that we can do to us, but also to the Church of Christ. As I conclude, I want to read 2 words from the Bible. The first one is coming from Genesis 1:11. Then God said, let the earth put forth vegetation, plants yielding seed and fruit true of every kind on earth that bear fruit with the seed into it. Why did God give us the fruits with seed into it? It's because he wants us to live even tomorrow. You use the seed into it to plant. So as we are given something to eat, as fees and everything, let's identify the seed. Not to give the leaders the trouble of like, how much did we save? So that, no. As members identify, in whatever we contribute, this amount is the seed. That is what God said. I am giving you the vegetation, but into it, this is the seed. And when we come to the meetings, we want explanation and information about how is our seed growing. We saw when Joseph went to Pharaoh with a dream in Genesis 47:24-26. Joseph said to the people, now that I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh, here is seed for you. You can plant the ground, but the crops come in. 1/5 is for Pharaoh. The other 4/5 you may keep as seed for the field and for food for yourselves and your household and your children. Why were it important that he told them, you will be tilling your land, give us 1/5. But the 4/5 is not for eating. One is for eating, is for seed, and another one is for eating. You don't get all the money and eat all. You should to eat, but you should invest. You have saved our lives. These people were very happy. We may find a favor into the eye of the Lord, but then Joseph put it as the law concerning the land of Egypt, and is still in force today, that the 1/5 of the produce belonged to Pharaoh, but the amount that you keep, you should identify the good one as seed, and another one you will be given as something to eat. In Proverbs 28:19, the word of God say, he that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain person shall have poverty enough. Enough of poverty. As women, sometimes we can be diverted to look up after some vain issues that are among us. What is happening to that? I tell some people in my congregation, you might find them, they will just say, these people, they are so successful, I will not associate with them. So you will not learn from good people. These are kind of things that the Bible is telling us that they are vain issues. And if you follow those small issues and leave the bigger picture that God has called us upon, we will have enough of poverty. You might be successful as you, but we want to see a successful ministry. We want to see the ministry that we are sure that when we are all gone, the ministry will still be there and serving the purpose of God. The way forward, as I finish, is about the dream that Pharaoh had in Genesis 41. And I will urge you to go and read this twice. I just took 3 verses at the beginning from 33. And now let Pharaoh look for a discerning and wise man and put him in charge of the land of Egypt. 34. Let Pharaoh appoint commissioners over the land to take 1/5 of the harvest of Egypt during the 7 years of abundance. They should collect all the food of these good years that are coming and store up the grain under the authority of Pharaoh to be kept in the cities for food. This food should be held in reserve for the country to be used during the 7 years of famine that will come upon Egypt, so that the country may not be ruined by the famine. Colleagues, if we don't collect at the time when we have abundance, I don't know if we have prayed and we know the famine years to come. It means if we have not kept, those famine years will take away all our investment into this ministry. So the plan was there to look for the future 7 years to come, and they did put people to make sure that is implemented. In the last one, Joseph bought the land for Egypt, and he actually did implement the same scenario and the same law amongst them. Those who doesn't save will not live in future. This ministry will not be there in future if we don't save from our individual groups, from the higher level to this level of the assembly. Let's all discuss about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sister Anna. You know, in the middle of the presentation, I just said, I wish I knew this when I started work. Really. And then for the ministry, I just said, I wish I knew this when I started to be in the leadership in my region. But one thing for sure, it's not late. It's not late. Even with the age where I am, it's not late. As long as God still give me days on this earth, something can happen. Sis Gwen, can you come this way? Can we really sing? Can you please stand up? Please. Ships. Can I see action? Please, action. Oh. If you are sitting down, you didn't hear about investment. Don't. you very much. Thank you very much. Yo, it seems we'll get a promise of coming up with an endowment fund for CWM. What do you think? Can it be nice? Wow, that we're waiting for. Can I just for now give, where's the roving mic? Anyone who want to say something, maybe, I think you should sit down. Where can I get there? If you are not far, here. Can I get the roving mic so that I know when questions are coming? And in fact, question, comment, confession. Yeah, confession can be here. For this one, confession can be there. Something you didn't do, and the Bible tells you to do. Something can come. Okay, by show of green, by show of green, those who like to say something, can you raise? I'm going to start the other side this time. Okay, here is one. Wait. Can I have another hand? I'm here today. I have one hand. Okay, it's only one. Can I move? Can I move this side? Or are we okay? No, why are you talking to Buddha? Because I asked something. How? Where's the roving mic? Not here. You are going to start there. But don't say it now. Let me come here and see. Any? Let me come this side. I have two. Let me stop there. Susanna, we're taking 3 questions or comment. You come. Okay, my sister.
Thank you, Madam President. Mine is just a comment. I'd like to thank you for the presentation that you've given us. It's very encouraging and it's very motivating to say when we go back, we need to go back and, do fundraising in our different congregations. But my question is that, taking into consideration the number of women that you've had projects on in terms of fundraising, what did you do to, encourage them? Because presenting is very good, but now going down and making sure that it's implemented. What are the things that you did? What are the systems? What systems did you actually put in place so that at the end of the day there was an increase and there was money in the account? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm coming this side. The 2 hands that were here. Start at the front. Over to you, Ma.
Thank you very much for the encouraging presentation. Mine is just a confession, President.
Confession.
I also wish that I met you earlier, because even for personal development and personal saving, that was very good. But it's not yet late. I think we've heard you loud and clear. You're going to do as you have said. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The third speaker before I take second round.
Good afternoon again. Thank you, Mayor Anna, for the information. I just want to know, is the funds guaranteed? And is there any risk in that?
Thank you. We only have one roving mic, ne? We only have one roving mic.
Okay, thank you very much, colleagues, for very good questions. I'll start with confession on the personal development. And this is where I normally start. You can only have a strong women with financial if you start with an individual, because the body is made by individual. So these principles, as much as they apply into our women groups, they apply to ourselves. So we encourage one another on issues that we can do.
They want the camera to see you.
Oh, okay. Or can we remove the presentation also? You want oh, yeah. Yo.
Thank you, sis. The confession is a very good one, because we can only have strong women groups foundation when everyone is also strong. So we normally encourage everyone to have something to do, but also to save. And this investment that we are doing in the groups, we are also sensitizing women to actually do them individually. The bonds, for example, in Tanzania, you can buy bonds yourself. So I have taught some widower on how they can use the money that they've been paid from the death of their husband. And from that invest, they are now a very good savers into the group, because their income also individually is actually assured. So this is not for only groups, but also for you. You don't get 1,000 rand and eat all of it. You'll never live in future. The Bible is talking about us leaving the inheritance to the 4th generation. So that is for you to work on it. How can you do that if you are eating all the money that you are getting, or whatever that you are getting? Another question about the risk. Money, especially the pure money, has a lot of risk. The village community banks, especially in my country, most of them, they die in the first or second year. People will take money in the bucket at home and they'll tell you stories. I don't know, it was opened. They'll bring the bucket closed, and when you open, there is no money inside. And the group die there. So as much as I trust every member, this group is for pastor's wife. But the money does not know pastor's wife. Money is money. As such, all the money need to be deposited to the bank. We use bank for every transaction. Even if we are buying refreshment, we write check. The person who we have appointed will tell us how much they need for the refreshment of our meeting, would write check. The person who need to deposit money, if they bring it to the group, we don't give it to the leadership. We select any member, go to the bank and deposit and give us the slip. Because leaders cannot look after themselves, but we can look up at you. With money, check and balance is very important. And they already know that when it comes to the money, let's go with the principle in the books. Not about knowing me, holy, I have good job, big car, no way. The principle should apply to everyone in the group. Whether it's a very good one, the big one we know, or the small one. All the principles apply equally. If I need a loan, I have to stand. I am the chairperson and the founder. I'll stand in front of all members and tell them, colleagues, I need a loan of this amount, and this is how I'm going. Is there anyone who has an issue? They say yes or no, I get the loan. But not because I'm a chairperson, then I write a check and go bank and draw. No. And at least 2 people should sign each check, and we have confirmation for the people who did not sign. If I sign the check, the bank will call someone who did not sign for the confirmation. And this is a group of pastors' wife. Another question was about what do you do to encourage them? First of things is, if you think that you will bring an idea to the group of women who are 100 and all of them say, oh, it's a good idea, then that is not a good idea. sometimes in group of 100 is only 10 who would say this is a good idea. And you normally go with those 10, not 90. You know, even in bus station, I don't know here if there is bus. In our places there is buses. You find some people who are there like they are not traveling. They're just sitting, they're just there. The bus will come, they'll just look at the bus like this as if they are not going anywhere. And then the door they are closing, that is when they'll jump into the bus and together you are. So if you have to say you wait for them, they will not come. It's until they see the door about to close. So this is a very good question. In the group of 100, we started with 14 women. 14 women. But now the one who has enrolled and have been accepted, because you have to apply, we are around 80. We started with a group. The first day we were able to collect 200,000. But last, because we normally do the first week of every month, on 1st July we collected 35 million in single sitting. But we started with 200,000. So with control, with the growth, with things that are coming, another will be coming in. And we will bring people to teach them about saving, about business, about how can you make a step, how do you save. And those alone is benefit to the individual than even the fund itself. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is a serious stuff. Can I check going that side now? Are we satisfied? Are we satisfied? Oh, okay. Meaning that we'll take this discussion a bit in our commission if time allows. And also we can have something that we can give the executive that will be elected tonight, some work to do with regard to how GSCWM can at least ensure that their investment, when Sister Anna next time look, maybe becomes satisfied. I'm just thinking, when will we be at the stage? Can at this moment, because time is going, request Sister Gwen to come and thank Sis Anna after the presentation.
Sis Anna, on behalf of the President, the Executive, all delegates present, it is an honor for me to thank you. It was a really inspiring, empowering presentation to us women sitting here today, and we can vouch for that for the questions that was asked. I like the parables of the talents, the doubling of the talents, and we as women have many talents. We just need to make use of our talents in our presbyteries and in our congregations. The case studies, and when you broke down the money that is in the coffers of GS, I was ashamed. You made it feel so easy, and it can be easy if we take on the I can attitude. We thank you for that. We thank you for opening our minds to do things better as from today. So in 4 years' time, when there's another GS conference, our financial status will be different on each level. We really thank you for doing this presentation to us. May God bless you and your family. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are going to sing. Yes, I was asking myself if you can check before we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I, after this presentation, I think I will somewhere make a competition and say each and every region should sing loud as they can with their own song and see what's going to happen. Yeah. But don't worry, elections are coming, we are going to sing a lot. We are going to sing a lot. Just before I mention here, let me just read this one. Dear President and the Congress, first refer. First refer. First refer Presbytery request to be excused for tomorrow's service as our flight is, this one that one I don't see. Is doing what? Our flight is, I don't see the other word. But let me just conclude that it means their flight is leaving early. Thank you very much, signed by the President of First Refer Presbytery. Permission granted? Seriously? Just like that? How, Batu? Hey, my daughter. Thank you very much. I was just wondering where the minutes for the previous day are. Muruti, don't say anything. Are you going to get tests? Are you going to have tests? Take CMCM member, tell him about what you are saying, and then maybe you can go and check progress and see what you can do. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Can I, at this moment, we are just worried that the minutes of yesterday are supposed to be read today. So we are not sure whether we'll manage that, but we'll seek the advice of the CMCM chairperson in consultation with the Secretariat to see how best can we do it. But in the meantime, can I just say, I'm going to request all regional presidents to ensure that the presentation that you prepared is shared with CISELA, so that that presentation reach each and every one. Maybe just to explain why presentation from regions. We have realized that there's a need for us to benchmark and see what other regions are doing, without copying whatever they are doing 100%, due to our different contextual and situational, whatever we can say. We need to learn and say which one can work best in our area. And then through those presentations, as you see them, somewhere we want to encourage even interaction between different regional synod, for asking the others to say, how do you handle this? Can you tell us? And if you, maybe if for you, whatever strategy they maybe in the report they reported about, and you see that you are not sure, or you are doing the same, but you are not achieving whatever you want to achieve the way the other region did, then you have to interact. We are encouraging interaction, networking, sharing of experiences, sharing not only experiences that are good, even the challenges that need to be improved, so that at the end we are a ministry that in all regional synods, we are able to do what is expected of us, especially coming to finance. Number two, coming to projects, coming to I Care, CWM Care project, all those. We really need that. Having said that, while I'm still waiting for an answer on the minutes, in 15 minutes. Okay. Now, we need to share those. We don't see a time where we can allow presentations to happen, because we need to go to different commissions so that we are able to come up with things that we will say we are taking along back home from Congress for implementation, so that our ministry grow spiritually, grow in quantity and quality, and activities are showing that we know our constitution, we do what the constitution is saying. So before I just come up with the, not necessarily commission question, but the question of saying how are we going to handle that, I'm just going to say I'm about to thank you for the project that we have embarked on. But I can only do that if all the blankies that have been stored that site come to this area. And Sis Pindi, I don't know whom are you going to arrange so that we get everything here. I just want to see them here in front of us in a short time, especially when we go for tea break. Ne? Okay. Maybe you can start thinking or asking for assistance with regard to that. Okay, and then from there, the commission, we need to brief you about the commission a bit. According to our own agenda, we have commissions that we have set. This I have seen. I've seen this one. Where's my book? My booklet. Thank you very much. Let me just read this last one. Dear President, the Durban Presbytery consisting of 5 delegates and 1 observer. No, I'm reading it for the second time. Are departing at 11:20. I've read this. Maybe they're bringing it individually, I don't know. Okay. Thank you very much. Can you open on page 13 of your book? Six point nine. We are having commission resource persons and facilitators. Ne? Can you see that? Okay. So the first commission is on constitutional matters. The resource person is Sisvuyo. The facilitator who will be working with Sisvuyo is Maggie, Katharina Margot, and this one will deal with constitutional issues. Anything on constitutional issues, and the resource person will be able to guide you on some of the things that will happen. We are having a financial matters issues that we are challenged with here, issues of ensuring that we are able to balance our income and expenditure and report on annual basis, all those. And also the budget, I think, is the thing that this committee should look at. Puseletso Lekota is the resource person, and the facilitator is Gwen Rosant. Then we have developmental matters. For developmental matters, and we are going to combine, no, we can't combine. Maybe we will assist, because the theme matters. We are not having the other person who has to facilitate. But we'll just see how we are going to, before we go there, how are we going to close that gap. So this is what is the developmental matters, Matlhoditeu, and then for resource, as a resource person, Mili Hlaka as the facilitator. And then for thematic, Sispindi Ngema will be the resource person, and we will very soon get a replacement with regard to that. But the issues of theme, we are going to give it to all commissions to say something on them. You are going to be given, or your resource person will come with the sub-themes that we have put together when we were preparing for the Congress, after we decided on the theme, to say, what is it that after the Bible study, after the presentations, whether the presentation was on gender, whether it was on issues of finance, I don't know what happened. From the beginning, sermon, opening, whatever, the issue of reclaiming came now and then. And we are just saying, we were so lucky that nobody went the other way. Meaning that it's going to be easy for us to come up with sub-themes that each and every region can say, this is what we are going to do. So from the executive, we thought of the following as sub-themes that we are suggesting to you. But we want to see that if the 4 groups, where they are, they look at this, which ones can they prioritize? Or can you add another one? Because that one is something that you, when you go home, you ensure that your regional presbytery knows about it, congregation knows, and they can develop a way of working with their activities. Whatever activities they embark on, they should look at this. So that we heard about, the numbers are no more here. A few. The first one, hope and restoration. We are just asking ourselves that from whatever we heard for the theme reclaiming the I can attitude, can there be hope and restoration? Second one, hope in a hopeless situation. When we were looking at them, we saw that they can clap together, but we are just saying, can we work with this, or can you maybe give us something of saying no? This one goes with that one, we are going to leave it. Then the third one, faith overcomes fear. The registered person will come with this. Faith overcomes fear. Then, victor, not a victim. The next one, victor, not a victim. And there was this one also, rise from zero to hero. Rise from zero to hero. Then beginning dreaming again. And it also have a verse, Nehemiah 1, verse 1 to 11. Begin dreaming again. And then the next one, do not limit God. Do not limit God. And then the other one, the battle is the Lord's. The battle is the Lord's. And then above all impossibilities. Above all impossibilities. The verse is there also, Luke 1, verse 36 to 37. And then the last one, be content with the situation. So we just want to say, out of these, we need about 4. Prioritize it. Let us see which ones can we say when we go home, when we go to our different regions. Concentration with whatever we do will be on the following, so that we are able to report on activities that we embarked on to ensure that this, in a priority form, we manage to go to implement. So is the report from each and every commission where we'll get the answer with regard to that. And then with regard to development, is going to concentrate on the experience of the workshop that we had, and then the question of saying we want now to say women stand up, let your voice be heard, especially on issues of gender-based violence and other related issues. They are the issues of drugs and what. That is why I'm saying and other related. So the Commission will be dealing with that in addition to the question. And then constitutional matters, we would like to check. We didn't receive, I hope I'm correct, we didn't receive any, no. We didn't receive a lot of, I don't know how to put it. Is it beskrevens punte? Resolutions? What do we, recommendations. We didn't receive recommendations from presbyteries on time. I'm not saying we didn't receive, because we were supposed to deal with them in the January, February meeting. So by then, there was nothing. But after January to just before we came here, we received a lot of questions on constitutional issues, Makambuli. We received them. And it was not you alone, Matlaka, we received a love letter in a form of a resolution, a recommendation. But our problem was the recommendation was not approved by your different congresses. So how can we look at that? So Sisvuyo and the group that will be, we will try to probe out to see what is it that we can recommend as Congress, because we couldn't get formal ones during the time that we did. Okay, thank you very much. Then is constitutional matter. Financial matter, there's a lot. Maybe I shouldn't explain. Budget, we have been talking about it. And the other thing that they are going to talk about is record keeping. Record keeping. And also the indication of saying when you have your records at your regional level, what to archive and what not to archive. And then are you really archiving? Is there information where the church can refer on women or our ministry's activities? So that one will go that way. No, development, I've talked about it. The thematic one is the one that I was saying maybe we'll see, because everyone will be dealing with it. How many are we going to do? So this is what we are going to do. We didn't arrange how we are going to do, but we request the leadership of every region to ensure that their members are distributed in all. And when I say in all, then we will be knowing that we'll get some information, even those that are not written in the report. The members will be able to, in your region, to elaborate on, to say this is, we came here because the question was like this. So that is what is going to happen after we get the minutes. Reverend, I'm sorry, Sisbu. When you were saying after 15 minutes, they are still going to type, to print. The division. Okay. To do that. Okay. I want to check something. Tea time? Tea time, when is the tea time? Before we indicate the rooms where people will be. I'm sure where you are as the president and you are executive for the region, you already know how you are going to do, or brief the region how they are going to divide. It's far.
There's no tea time.
There's no tea time. Okay. No, maybe they'll grab it if it is there, as they go to their different commission room. So the first commission will remain in the hall. That is the Constitutional Commission. Ne? But in the room, extreme left. In the room, extreme left, in front. And then the second commission on, what is it? Finance. Hey, you need a room. Finance, I need a room. Where is the room? Where is the other 2 rooms? Well, they gave us 2 rooms for commission. How? Oh. Okay, let's do this. The other commission, finance, they are saying they'll be at the corner there. At the corner there. Oh, but we're going to have problem with chairs. Emma, please, it's for a second. Okay, it's fine. The minutes are ready. So we will give information on venue for commission on development, and I will be happy if they are not far apart. Ne? Development and the other one, if possible.
Which is the other one?
The thematic one, led by Sispindi. Okay. So you can strategize. We'll give you some minutes before we go to the commissions. So for now, the minutes are ready. Are they ready? Thank you. This is what we are going to do. The minutes are not yet, no, the minutes are ready, but not printed. And we just want to sort out how we are going to do it. Can we, for now, request that as regions, just ensure that your people we are able to divide them according to the commissions. Then as soon as I get where the other commissions will go, we will announce, because we think we should go to the commissions thereafter towards supper. Then we can deal with the minutes, and then thereafter, go for supper. After supper is elections. I think that's how we are going to deal with this. So we are giving you time. I don't know whether you do it here with your group or out, but at least just give guidance so that all commissions are represented. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. So I give you up to quarter two. You should be ready. The one, that one, come on, the boss. Start there. No, read what is there. What does it say?